I think a lot of factors came together, personally and professionally. I think that, the fact that I've been here for 5 years is that usually doesn't happen. It's been a long time. I think it's probably to the point in my career where I'm going to have to move again, and I just don't want to move. I don't want to move my family. I don't want to leave them here. So that's a big factor. I think the opportunity to go to the Detroit Crime Commission, I think it's an opportunity that I really couldn't pass up. I still be kind of in the game, and I think just personally, I think it's time. I think I owe something to my family. This is a job. We all say never put your job before your family, but this is a job in which you have to put your job before your family because of the seriousness of what we've done. So I put the job before my family for 24 years. I think it's time to give something back to them.
You could, in theory, go anywhere with your experience and your credentials. Why do you want to stay in Detroit?
This is home. I looked at a number of jobs. I had several offers. I mean, I could have made more money. There's a lot of things I could have done, but this is what I wanted to do. I want my kids to grow up here and experience what I grew up. It took me a long time, and I worked hard to get back here. I'm not leaving.
And why the Crime Commission? What do you think you can do there that maybe you couldn't do here?
Well, I think it can be a continuation to a certain extent of what we've done here. I think the mission of the Crime Commission is righteous. I think that the people that are over there are some of the best investigators. They're very well known in law enforcement circles. I'm going to have the opportunity to build it. If I bring in more money, I can hire more people, and that's what I plan on doing. So, I think there's some certain gaps in law enforcement that we can fill.
And what are those gaps?
I think there's intelligence issues. Everything we're going to do is going to revolve around quality of life issues in the greater Detroit area, be it nuisance abatement, law enforcement training, and our core mission would be criminal enterprise and public corruption investigations.
Which, of course, is a lot of what you've done that we know of, that we see publicly here. I know you do other things.
It'll be a lot of what we're doing here. Just coming at it from a different angle and quite frankly with different tools. I'm not going to have all the tools that I have here, but quite frankly I won't have some of the shackles that I have here either.
You'll be able to take things public.
There you go.
Tell me what you think your FBI legacy is.
I hope my legacy the day I walk out is people say he was a good agent and he did a good job. And at the end of the day, that's really what's most important, is your reputation. It's not any specific case or any specific thing you did. It's, quite frankly, what is your reputation?
What do you think your legacy in Detroit is so far?
I think investigatively we've done some outstanding work. I'm very proud of this office. They've endured some hardships and really done some outstanding work. I mean, if you look in the FBI, we're very well respected here for what we've done. So I think from that standpoint, I hope that's my legacy. I think that the things that we've done with the community and with law enforcement to partnership, I think that we've done some outstanding work, and I hope people will remember that too.
Some of the public corruption work that you've done has really sort of changed the landscape in Detroit politically in a lot of ways. Some of the things, the people that are no longer in positions of power and the charges they're facing or have already pled guilty, et cetera, et cetera. Is that something that you're proud of as far as getting rid of corruption?
Yeah, I'm proud of the hard work that the investigators have put in. And I caution people. They say, you're leaving. Why are you leaving now? Things aren't done. The investigators doing the cases, they're not going anywhere. They're still down there slugging it out. All I've done is basically try to focus and give them some additional resources. So I think that's our goal, is to change the culture, is to knock these people out, to really shine the light on what the problem is. And I think we've done that. I think we're doing that.
So the public corruption mission is still going to definitely stay in place, and whoever takes over for you will continue on with that?
I believe so. I think the FBI now is an agency. We're an intelligence-driven organization. Basically, the priorities that are set here are not so much what I think, it's what the intelligence tells me are the problems. So I don't think just because I leave, the intelligence is going to change and say, oh, the problems are all in a different order.
What's your goal for your legacy with the Crime Commission?
I think to build a viable organization that gives something back to this community, that is mission oriented, and as I said, really focuses on the quality of life issues that we face in Southeast Michigan. You know, Heather, I think there's three things that we need to do for the city that's really going to help. Number one is the corruption issue. Number two is violent crime, getting the violent crime down, and number three is a viable school district that will get people back into the city. And those are three things that I think we can work to basically bring a positive impact on from the Crime Commission.
You really want to make a difference.
Yeah, listen, I could have taken other jobs, could have made more money, but hey, the mission is still, you know, I just think at the end of the day when I go home, you know, my phone's not going to be ringing off the hook. I think the stress level is going to be a little bit different. Maybe I can coach my kids soccer. I won't have to miss all of their recitals, and you know, from that standpoint, I'm still in the game, but I think I'll have a little more time for my family.
What do you want the people of Southeast Michigan to know about what you've done here?
You know, I just want them to know that everybody here, be it the agents, the task force officers, the support employees, they're dedicated to this job. It's not a job to them, this is a calling, this is a mission, and they put their heart and soul into it every day. And if from time to time we make mistakes, we're human. It's certainly not because we're trying to hurt anybody. These people work very, very, very hard, and they're dedicated to this community.
How hard is this for you?
It's difficult. You know, I thought it was going to be easy. I don't know who I was fooling. I walked in to tell my staff today, and you know, the words kind of wouldn't come out initially. So it's difficult. This is a very difficult time for me. But I'm excited about the future.